Cheers, guys. Welcome to another victory stream, people. Oh, that was good. That was good today. Another 3-0 win, another clean sheet. Listen, people, that's 4 clean sheets in a row, unbeaten in 6 league games. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? This is beautiful. Some of the touches today. Oh, listen, you know what? I'm shooting my load early. Let's go through this list. You know what to do, people. Hit the likes as you come in, please. Best way to help out the channel. Yeah, like the video, subscribe, and of course, drop your comments after. Thank you to Mr. P for the super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated. But boy, oh boy, what a performance today. What a performance today. Now, I know a few of you were having trouble with the whole LU TV feeds and all that. Sorry to hear that. But watch the highlights because they're worth watching, especially our goals today. Aye. Yeah. Katrina, great win. Very happy. Somebody said something about Dan James. Oh, that prop's coming, people. Nate, you're going to want to close your ears. Deshaun, you're going to want to close your ears because that's another 2 assists for Dan James. Okay. And I told you, as long as the assists and goals are coming, we're going to talk up Dan James. All right. Okay. He's not the most guile or the most prettiest to watch, but he's effective. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Matthew, let's go, KJ. Yeah, big time, man. Big dogs, big dogs. And it's from a lot of people today. Daniel Farker with his team selection. We'll get the team up in a bit, but there was a few changes in there where I thought, oh, right, okay. Let's see what we got today. And obviously the main one was number 2 was on the bench. I thought, and I didn't think I'd see that coming. Thought I got that wrong. I said in the preview, I thought that he's just going to keep on rolling him out. But no, he actually benched him today, and we look good for it. You know, say what you want about Dan James, but him and Shackleton were linking up very nicely on the right. For Shackleton looked way more balanced on the right-hand side in comparison to the whole game, where on the left he looked lost a little bit. His passes were all off. Him and James linked up beautifully today. Sam Byram. Nate's not having it though, but those assists will mask it a wee bit. Goals, assists, mask everything, because I can guarantee up until when we scored our first goal, people would have been calling Rutter this and that. Rutter was the glue today. It doesn't matter. I always say, if you're not going to get the goals as a striker, then do something else effective. Not just hold up ball, not just run the channels and look busy. No, get some other goal involvements, and Rutter did that today. And I could see it from a few comments I was getting on Instagram. A few people getting onto Rutter for missing the chances. Listen, we've seen it already with other keepers coming here. This is going to be a theme in the championship. Keepers will have their best days against Leeds. It's just what they do. They get themselves up. But Rutter did miss a couple of chances. But then when he was linking the play, he was unstoppable. The source Rutter was doing today in terms of his skill, where he just twisted up players, and then obviously they took him out with a good old hockey hip check. He was brilliant today. Brilliant. But look, we can say that about masking it. He got 2 assists at the end of the day. That's what it's about. It's about efficiency. When you don't have efficiency, you don't win games. We've won the game today because we've been efficient at the end. Doesn't matter. We're going to have loads of games like this where it's going to take us time to break teams down. We did it today. We were absolutely dominant today. It wasn't even a proper contest there, and I'm going to get the stats up. I'm not a big stat guy, as you guys know, but for the people that didn't get to see the game, you have to see just how one-sided this performance was. It wasn't until maybe the second half they got a shot on target, honestly. Mike saying 3-0 win and the man of the match didn't score. What a performance from Rutter. I'm glad to see some Rutter love today, because it could have gone another way, Mike, and we all know it. If he got subbed off after missing those chances, people will be calling for his head and everything else like that. That's how football works. But he is a good player. It's quite clear he's a good player here. His agility and his skill set, and you can see it now as the games go on, he's getting more comfortable. He's going to prove a valuable asset to us in this promotion race. And yes, I use the P word, people. Actually, you know what? This is a good point. Lewis is saying, wasn't enough of a stress test for Stroud today. That's great. More of the same, Lewis, though. I prefer it that way. The fact that we didn't have to worry about, okay, you know what? Let's just get the team up. The fact that we didn't have to worry about seeing Cooper get tested too much, or Strauch and Cooper, seeing what that old partnership was like, you know, when it's been not very good in the past couple of years. I prefer it that way. You know, like the Backstreet Boys, I want it that way. And that is how I want it. I don't want the defense to be tested. We shouldn't be tested that much in this division. We have got a real strong team, really, really strong team. And the changes here, um, Byram coming in for Ailing, beautiful. It's just I just wish that Sam Byram could stay fit a bit more because I'll hold my hands up, people. I was on the fence with the whole Byram signing, but so far he's been terrific for us. Overall, he's been brilliant, and long may it continue. I hope it happens on a consistent basis. But he's been brilliant. A free transfer, can't ask for any more. And you know he got his goal today, and we'll get to that in a bit. Shaka and sorry, Byram came in at left, Shaka and right. Love to see it. You know, I begged after the whole game. We need to see number 2 on the bench, and we got that. He got charity minutes at the end. We'll see how we go on against Southampton next week if he keeps that same team. I definitely would keep the fullbacks the same until Junior Firpo is ready to come back. I would absolutely keep the fullbacks the same. Nice to see Kamara get a start today, and I want to get your thoughts on. Yep, Darren, here we go. I want to get your thoughts on Kamara and Ampadu because I thought they worked really, really well together. Considering that's their first start together today, wonderful. And this is nothing on Archie Gray. Archie Gray is going to go to the moon, but he was due a rest in the game. He wasn't dropped. He was rested today. And Kamara stepped in wonderfully for him. Him and Ampadu look like they played together for about 100 games. Honestly, they look like they were so comfortable with each other. And that goes through Farker. That goes through the training that they're doing. Wonderful to see. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, David, Kamara, and Ampadu were brilliant. Leeds. They were wonderful today. It was lovely to see. Lovely to see. JP saying Rutter is him. Ronaldinho, he's got so much sauce. He was ridiculous today. Nightcrawler, what we saying about Rutter today, man? Hey, what we saying? Let's go. Freddie Mac saying we're all Dan James fans now. We're not, Freddie, because there'll be some Deshaun and Nate in particular that will say, "Oh no, Dan James." God, you can't knock the guy today. 2 assists, people. Doesn't matter how clumsy some of the stuff was early in the first half, and there was some clumsy moments from Dan James where the final third isn't perfect. We know that with Dan James, but you come for the chaos, and the chaos reigns supreme today. 2 assists. Yeah, listen, SSJW, we're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about it. Don't worry, we're coming. We're coming. Yep, James has 4 assists this season. Yep, Perot is on 6 goals. Oh, man, we're buzzing, people. We are absolutely buzzing. I've even got off kilt. Look, here we go again. By the way, again, just another note as well with the starter. It was Dan James to start again with Jaden Anthony off the bench. Something that is a theme. You know, so many of you were trying to tell me that Anthony was coming in to start in this team. I told you I just couldn't see it. Not when we've got already ready-made wingers here on a lot of money, by the way, per week. I just felt that a loan signing isn't going to come in and upset the apple cart. And at the moment, Jane Anthony is playing his role okay. Capped it off with a lovely finish today. Tuck shot was up. But I'm again shooting too quick. But yeah, listen, Creswell back on the bench today. So obviously he wasn't injured. So that answers that question. He was back in contention. And Mateo Joseph on the bench. Good to see. Absolutely brilliant to see. We didn't need him today, but I would like to see Mateo Joseph at some point in the season when there's more games like this, when we're having to bang down the door, absolutely hammer the door down, keep us all inspired. I want to see Mateo Joseph at some point in this in this team, 100%. Richard Hill, though, saying Anthony showed me today he has more than James. Well, look, you know what? It is, Richard. That kind of competition is only going to be great for you and I and the rest of the Leeds fans, because while they're trying to outdo each other with goals, assists, that just means we're going to be shooting up the table and winning games. That's all it means. So it's only a good thing, people. The only time when we have to worry is when we've had like the last couple of years in the Prem when we're wondering which is the crappiest player that should play out of the two. No, he's less crap than him. No, this time we've got players where it's like, okay, well, we got this from this player. He can score goals. This player can provide assists. This player can cause chaos. This is wonderful, people. Honestly, wonderful. Anto here saying a great bench as well. Yeah, well, yeah, minus a couple of names, but yes, a good bench overall in this league, 100%. Tom saying Nanto start. Yeah, Nanto was out. Oh, Leeds saying only downside, number 2 rubbish, almost conceded late late on, get rid of him. Yeah, I'm not going to go in on number 2. This isn't the time for this. This is to enjoy the victory. But what I will say is that it forced Eli Melia to make a real good save at the end to preserve the clean sheet. That is something else that I love seeing. That is something else that I love seeing in terms of Melia not having a lot to do through the game and him being switched on. Just shows you that he may be building his confidence back up and at this level. And he's, like I say, he's got 4 clean sheets in a row now. Okay, why are people beefing in the comments? Come on, man, this is a good stream, people. This is great stream. Right, I'm just gonna get the super chats now. I haven't missed any. They get starred in the chat next to it. But yeah, Ryan Gadd, thank you for the donation, my friend. Are we sure Rutter hasn't got some Brazilian in him? Hey, listen, we're gonna speak about him in a moment, man, because that's how I like to see football played. That, you know me, guys. Rafinha, time before that for us anyway, Harry Kewell, all these kind of players where they got magic in them and they're kind of unpredictable. That is my kind of baller. But they've got to have end product too, and he did have end product in the end. So yeah, we're going to speak about Rutter in a bit. Jimmy here, let Farker cook. Love Kamara today. Ampadu is king. Yeah, Ampadu just going about his business, and you can see why Farker trusts him so much, people, in terms of Ampadu just being one of the first names on the team sheet. I do believe as long as Ampadu is fit and ready to go, Farker will continue to roll him out. Plus, he's Welsh. He's Welsh, you know, so he should be fit. Yes, yeah. I'm not very good at a Farker impression, people, but you get the drift. You know, he's always talking about Ampadu being Welsh and that being a plus thing for him. But yeah, honestly, wonderful for Ampadu being faultless, just faultless. Mr. P, you've tried this song with me before, and I just don't know how to sing it. Rutter's on fire, you know, na 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 na. Is that on the Free From Desire thing, man? Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. P. And Perret House always donating to the channel, so thank you for that, Mr. Perret House. Love that. I don't know. He really likes the Welsh people, though, man. He's always talking about them. Lee's lead saying, "Let's go." Rutter, what a ball! I love the fact he's smiling always too. Yeah, listen, the whole smiling thing. I mean, I know a lot of you guys seem to love that kind of thing. I could care less if he smiles or not, as long as he performs well on the pitch. But he is a joy to watch when he's in full flow, like he was today. You know, he missed a couple of chances. The keeper was, you know, Backman started out strong today for Watford, but when he started to link up the play, they couldn't touch him. They couldn't touch him today, and that is the class we're going to get from Jorginho in this division. Let me go first. His pass that went through to Dan James, first of all, lovely ball, lovely ball. And that James cross, it was weighted perfectly. We talk about Dan James in the final third not being efficient. That was a lovely weighted pass for Perot to score, and that is Perot's 6th goal. You know, that is efficiency. Love to see it. Love to see. Yeah, you guys love Jorginho's smile, man. You guys love Jorginho's smile. Let me just get this out of the way. Laurent saying penalty not on Dan James. Absolutely not. No, James was looking for that penalty, in my opinion. You can disagree if you like in the comments, but no, that wasn't a penalty for me. But yeah, Rutter started that play. Dan James is the assister, but it doesn't come without Jorginho's work in the middle of the field. And that's why I've always said with Jorginho that he's not out and out 9, even though Farker is utilizing him more in that position. He links the play so much better, though. He's better in that position. So long may it continue. The second goal, guys, we got a meat and potato. We got a meat and potato corner. It's great to see, isn't it? Not since Liam Cooper's one that we got that, and when he got injured, scoring the goal. But we've got another meat and potatoes corner. That's good. They don't always have to be saucy goals. Sometimes you just need just a simple corner coming in, header from Byram. Nice to see that. I think it's his first goal since for Leeds anyway, since December 2015. So it's been a while. Staying settings. But yes, just nothing to say about that. But you need goals like that to win games, and also just to put a cushion in there. That made it 2-0, and that was definitely game over there. And then the third goal, people. Oh my Lord. Let me just get a sip of Prime here, man. Yeah. Jorginho's pass. And I'm sorry for all the people that didn't see it, man, because that does suck. I think you all getting refunds anyway on LUTV. So Look out for that. But that pass through, oh, my days, for Jaden Anthony. Jaden Anthony, who was a fresh on as a sub, by the way, wonderful. Defense didn't know what to do. They were all over the place. All of a sudden, those blocks that Watford were building all over the gaff when Jorginho put that ball through. And then the composure by Jaden Anthony to finish that off. Tuck shot was open and he cashed it in. Lovely, lovely goal. Absolutely lovely. Um, let me see. And Nick here saying, "Hey, KG, very happy with that. Could have gone badly wrong second half after not scoring in the first half, but we stepped up." That's another positive, people, that we've got to take. Loads of people were thinking because we were missing chance after chance after chance, we're going to get that good old Leeds nil, Watford 1 kind of result. This just feels different, people. It just feels different right now with Daniel Farker, and we've got a good return. Absolutely brilliant return of points from the last 3 games and no goals conceded. I don't recognize this Leeds team. I don't recognize it, but that's a good thing. We're on the up, people. We are definitely on the up. Steve, yeah, KG Gabber himself talking about the Rutter and link up play. You have to see it if you haven't seen it, people. Sorry, you have to. Those goals for me are just the cash money, and it just shows you the technique level, the skill level, the quality level that you've got when you can muster up goals like that. Just beautiful football, man. I absolutely love it. Max H saying, got to get back-to-back wins now, please. It's possible. Listen, I think Southampton lost the game. I think they lost the game, people. I think they did. I think they went to Middlesbrough, who were bottom of the table, and lost. But obviously, we know in the Championship, every game is different. It doesn't matter. You know, you can beat one team one week, and the next week they could batter another team. We've seen it over and over. But I just what the good thing for me, and I want to get your thoughts on this as well. I actually love the fact that I'm just concentrating on Leeds United right now. Whereas last season, I was looking at other people's results. I was wondering, oh, what Everton doing? Oh, what West Ham doing? Palace? What are you guys up to? I'm only looking at us, people. I'm looking at what we're doing, and it's the best feeling. This is how I enjoy football, where I only have to worry about Leeds United. I'm not worried about other people. And we've got everything in our own hands right now. We are on the up, and the league knows it. They know we're coming up. They absolutely know it. They can feel it. I don't do that, Captain Elwood. Can we talk about it? Look, we know refs aren't the best. Who's their player? Andrews. Andrews was lucky to stay on the pitch. You know, when you see what happened to Roden, yes, it was a red card because of 2 yellow card offenses, even though the first one wasn't. But that's the inconsistencies you get. I don't really speak too much on refs. I'm sure there's other shows that will do that for you. I prefer to talk about what we can control, and that is what we do in open play and from set pieces. That's what we can control. Yeah, Nabino, yeah, they put Norwich in a spliff 100%. I think it was 5-2 in the end. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, Max, exactly. Yeah. Oh, where's it gone? Yeah, nice to know that they're all watching us instead. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. And Enzio here saying enjoyable football again, KG, 100%. Millen Chip here saying Leicester will have a bad run. Well, Leicester were having the same problems as us in their game today. And coincidentally, I mean, it is a big coincidence, but they broke through on the 67th minute too with Jamie Vardy penalty, but they were all over whoever they were playing today. And they eventually broke through, but we just put extra sauce on it today. Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Carlos, great point. Russell Martin ain't surviving for long. I hope that they don't do it this week. I don't want to have any kind of new manager bounce for Southampton when we go there. Let's let him stay. Let him stay and keep on continuing to play the football that he's playing, and let's exploit it. Because they will have to come out against us at St. Mary's. There's no way that Southampton, in their position right now, with the results they've been getting, will be able to sit back and hope to hit us on the counter. No chance. And Russell Martin doesn't play football like that. He's very much if it works, great. Risk and reward. If the risk, isn't great, I'll go down with it. That is Russell Martin. That's how he's managed his teams, and hopefully the same next week. But let's enjoy this one here. Let's enjoy this one. Clive, everyone's buzzing, man. I love it. Absolutely love when the chat is buzzing like this, man. There's nothing better as a content creator. Never as a Leeds fan, brilliant. As a content creator, even better when everyone is just absolutely on cloud nine because of our football team winning games. That's what it's all about, people. That's what it's all about on this channel anyway. Winning football games and being the best. And we're on our way, people. We're on our way. Clive is still buzzing. Leeds 100%. And Rutter just getting more love. I will not stop the Rutter prop. Rutter different gravy today. 100%. 100%. Nabino, Karen, all buzzing for the highlights later. Yeah, go watch those. I will be watching them again. Sly with a super chat. Thank you. Oh, another song. Okay, Rutter, say my name, say my name, Destiny's Child. Okay, so you're just saying say my name. I got you. I got you. Yes. Thank you for that, though, Sly. Um, Tom, that's it as well. This is probably more for the whole game, but Tom is absolutely correct, and we are still picking up points when we don't fire, and that is the main thing. God, over the previous couple of years against Hull City, we would have lost that game, and we really should have with that chance by Traore. But the fact that we came out with a point after being with 10 men for half an hour of the game, 35 minutes, brilliant. That's what it's all about. If we're not going to win, don't lose. Don't lose. Ray here going with 6 goals in our last 3 games and 4 clean sheets. That will do for me 100%. Everyone's buzzing, man. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, man. Absolutely. Just I did say I was going to show a couple of stats from the game. Just in case you're new here, I'm not a big stat guy, but it's for the people whose LUTV went down, just to show how dominant this game was. I mean, come on, man. Did Watford even turn up? That's the question. That's the question, is it? I mean, ridiculous. And it could have even been more shots on target, and that didn't come until the second half for Watford. Never mind all that pass accuracy, but here we go, people. Here's something that you probably like to see. Top 6, baby. Here we go. And look at that as well. Something else I pointed out a couple streams ago. Something I want to see more of this green. If you have to have a gray, okay, but green gray. Less of this red stuff that Norwich are building up after that pumping they got from Plymouth. But yes, more like this. I mean, Preston have got it nicely, but our squad is better than Preston North Ends. Let's be real. Let's be real. So I think that there's only one way we're gonna go. I'm not trying to tempt fate here, but the climb is nice, isn't it? It's nice to be in this position where we're winning games, keeping clean sheets, and we're on some kind of momentum here. And the squad depth, when we've had to use it, is doing well. Absolutely doing well. Yeah, yeah, David. I'm liking the green. Yeah, I like it too. It's been a while, isn't it? The last couple of years, it's been more red. It's been more red than anything, but this is definitely more enjoyable, people. 100%. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Max here saying top 6 already, and we haven't even started yet. That's the thing as well. I feel like we're just scratching the surface. Somerville. Oh man, how did I even forget Somerville? Once again, Somerville, he had a few chances that maybe people would say that he should have tucked away, but his play, like 14 says here, 1-2s that he was playing, needs to get better with his corner deliveries, set pieces, but we've got an ongoing problem with that, haven't we? But Somerville today was really, really good. He picked up where he left off against Hull City, where he came on with a point to prove. He was real good today, and it's only going to get better, people. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly, Nate. Somerville's an absolute baller. Yeah, listen, we can talk about decision making at times, needing to make a quicker decision, but he's going to get more opportunities in this league to keep providing, and that's what he did today. He was tremendous, absolutely tremendous today. Love to see the Somerville. I can't believe I missed him out, but there's just so many good performances today, people, that you could share it around. Delighted to see Sam Byram score. Let's keep that guy as fit as possible. And yeah, like I said, with Melier as well, save at the end, keeping the focus, brilliant stuff. Yeah, Caspadino. Okay, all right. The Nabry celebration sums up how I feel about this team at the moment. Yes, there we go. Just cooking. We're just cooking up. Danny Farker's cooking. Mark Erickson saying, and to think all this without Nanto, yeah, the depth is crazy. And that's why even people always laugh when I say about Dan James in the championship, but he is a good operator at this level. It may not be pretty, it may not look as silky smooth as Rutter does, but he's efficient. Chaos, I call him. I call him ultimate chaos, and he is that. Listen, I don't want to speak too much about number 2, Carl. Let's not dampen our spirits here. Let's enjoy this one. Let me see if Daniel Farkas come out with any quotes. And while I'm doing that, please hit a like on the video. Look, there's just touched 1,000 of you in here enjoying the good vibes. please hit a like on the video. It really does help the channel out and much appreciated and helps me out, helps more people see it. So thank you for liking the video if you have already. Let's see if Farkas come out yet. No, nothing yet. Let me just check another source. No, they're awaiting Danny Farkas comments, but I'm willing to stick with you guys for a bit. I'm willing to stick with you guys for a bit longer if you want. If you want me. Let's have a look. Okay, got a couple more super chats here. Mr. P saying Mighty Malt, other malt drinks are available to celebrate KG. We have the likes of Cree, Willie, Rutter, and Pirot to terrorize defenses. Farkas boys. Yeah, like I said, Mr. P, I only got the super malt at one time, and that was for signing Jed Spence, and a game without Jed Spence too. But no, the super malt will come back out when we get promoted. Okay, well, if we get promoted. Ooh, fraudulent slip there. And Nicholas here saying, asking KG, you see Norwich get their cheeks clapped. I absolutely saw him. Got smacked up, no lube, no Vaseline, man. And you know what? I don't want to tempt it yet, and I know I could get clipped up for this, but I don't see us getting beat like Southampton or Norwich have so far, conceding 5 goals. I just don't see it with this team. I just can't see it. Not while we've got players that, let's be real, should not be playing at this level. And that's the advantage that we've got in terms of other teams in this league. We've got players that shouldn't be at this level, much like Leicester City, in all fairness. But we've got players that should be in the Premier League right now, especially when you see some of the Premier League players that are playing now. So I feel like we're going to have that advantage when it comes to a majority of these games. Sly saying you got to get the Dom Perignon, KG. I don't drink alcohol, but if you do, enjoy a glass, man. Drink responsibly. David saying, I think we're going to give someone a real hiding soon. I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, 3-0, I guess 3-0 isn't a hiding, but I hear you. I think you're talking about give them like a 5 or a 6 piece. I hear that, and that will happen, David. 100% that's going to happen. You know, you can't guarantee a lot in life, but I pretty much guarantee someone's going to hold 5 or 6 against us in the league this season. 100%. They're gonna have to. We just got too much firepower. I've been waxing lyrical about Dan James's part. You know, Somerville towards the end. You know, Perot is a goal scorer here, and he's got 6 goals already. And some people would say that he's in and out, hot, and, you know, anonymous in some games, but he puts the ball in the net. That first goal is a striker's goal. You know, Dan James, you're at the far post. How many times would we have seen previous recent strikers miss that? You know, Perot knows where the goal is, and as long as he's in the box, I'm comfortable. I'm very, very comfortable with him up front. Very comfortable. Yep, James, that is correct. 7 points, 3 clean sheets since the international break. Yeah, it's much like I said with the restart. I felt when we did the transfer window video, and I said it on that video, and even though it seems like it's a cop out or an excuse for the previous bad results, I felt like we was resetting once the window closed and the international break came back. I absolutely felt that, and so far I've been proven right within that theory. I just felt that we needed everyone to settle down. We knew where players were going to be. Danny Farker knew what he had to work with, and we're reaping the rewards right now. Ash here, what is super malt if it isn't booze? It's just a malt drink. It's a vitamin malt drink. It's non-alcoholic, most definitely. Nate saying finally a manager with some cojones. 100% Nate. We've seen it over the past few years where managers kept rolling out the same players no matter what, no matter what. And even though Farker himself says he doesn't like rotation, and after that disastrous press conference on Thursday, I mean, what was it yesterday? Just awful. Even all the good things he said about number 2, he wasn't afraid to drop him today. You know, or rest him. But I find it very difficult to see how he gets in now. While Fopo's out and while we got Shackleton at right and Byram at the left, I just don't see how he gets back in versus Southampton. But that's just me, people. That's just me. SB saying Ayling drop. It might be because Cooper was in. Question is what happens at right back when Roden comes back in for Cooper. Yeah, interesting. I mean, I saw a couple people say that in the chat earlier, actually, in terms of not playing both Ayling and Cooper together. Maybe Farker knows enough and says, "Now we ain't going to do that again." But it will be interesting. Roden for me comes back in straight away, no questions asked against Southampton, because we will, no matter what, how bad Southampton are doing right now. And let me just scroll down for Southampton. Oh, let me keep scrolling. Oh Lord, have mercy. Hey, Russell Martin may not be surviving the week. Oh Lord, no, keep him, man, keep him. One more. Let's add one more to this. But listen, in all seriousness, Southampton will cause more of a problem than Watford will today. They've got more Arsenal in there, in Armstrong, Che Adams at this level. So we will be tested more defensively next week, and we definitely need Rodon back in for that. 100%. Anto saying, exactly right, KG. There was never any point looking at anything till after the international break, and Farke knew exactly where the dominoes fell. 100%. Yeah, I had to keep scrolling. Listen, hey, this is not on me. I didn't do that for comedic effect. I had to keep scrolling. I didn't realize Southampton was so far behind, man. Uh, I thought they were winning the league. According to some of you said Southampton winning the league, but that's just, yeah. Ryan saying we should be aiming to win this league. Um, Listen, I'm gonna go with the old adage of one game at a time, Ryan. But it's looking good, bruv. It's looking good. I just don't see how Leicester dropped so dramatically, because we talk about the quality in our team, but let's be real, Leicester have got real quality in their team as well. So yeah, listen, I don't care if we win the league or come second. I'll take either one of those spots, just as long as we get back up. That's the goal. Uh yeah, listen, look at Jorginho getting so much love, man. I love to see it, man. Absolutely love to see it. Let me just see if any Farker quotes have come out, and then we can wrap this wonderful stream up. Uh, no, we got something from Ishmael, the Watford manager. I guess I can put that up. Uh, Ishmael's just saying here, Leeds deserved to win 0-0 at halftime. We were lucky. In the second half, we changed things and we were more stable, but we conceded the goal. And afterwards, it was much more difficult. For 90 minutes, the opponent was much better. Well, there you go. A bit of honesty. That's nice to hear. We haven't really seen much honesty in some of the games that we've played where managers have thought they were the better team. Yeah, you can't argue with it though. They really have nothing to stand on. Never mind the stat sheet that I showed you. Just looking at the game, they didn't do nothing, man. I was quite surprised. I thought Watford would defend, but not in the way that they did. They've got a bit of pace in their team, and they didn't utilize any of it. So that just shows you just how much of a threat that teams playing Leeds and coming to Elland Road are seeing. First home win as well, people. I haven't even mentioned that, but first home win of the league season. So there you go. We've knocked that one out the park as well. Kareem, I'm going to say Kareem. I hope that's right. I think Leicester will be first and we will be second. I take it 100%. I would take it. Um, let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, David here saying Watford are bad on the road. I think that's their 12th game away from home that they haven't won. So yeah, they're not the best travelers. But again, David and everyone else, how many times have we seen that story before? You need an away win. Come to Elland Road and we'll give it you. But hey, we didn't give them nothing today, but a big old whooping. All right, that's all we gave them today. That's all they got. Let me just see if there's anything from Farker yet. Oh, you guys are seeing the good old refresh here. Nah, nothing just yet, people. Nothing just yet. Let me just go through some more of your comments, man. Nate. Nate here saying European football for us next season. Are you Andrea Radrazani? Have you infiltrated the chat, Nate? T85, yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? And look, I'm not saying we're not going to lose games this season, but this was a perfect game where it could have been charity FC. But T85 here, we finally closed the charity shop mentality 100%. The charity shop would have been open today if it was last season. So just progress, people. Absolutely love the progress. Captain here saying, Captain Elwood saying, I don't think Ipswich's form is sustainable like us of seasons gone by. And when the goals draw up, they will struggle. Yeah, listen, that was one helter-skelter of a game today versus Blackburn. And if you took the overs on that in your bet, you're buzzing because did it end 4-3 in the end? That's the score it was when I last looked. But they were at points 2-0 up or something like that. Then Blackburn came back. Just a good old championship game, I guess. That's what you'd that's what you'd say. Johnny saying Farke is going to have a party in Wales somewhere, probably. Uh, Daddy is saying here, no, that's mad. No, I can't be calling another man daddy. That's wild, man. That's on me. Pause on me. Pause on me. Let's just call you Widget. Jorginho's twice the player I believed he was this time yesterday. He's a real treasure. Yes. Just be patient, people. Sometimes you can be patient. You see bits and pieces with certain players, and you just have to persevere with it. Just go with it. Not everyone's going to be instant success. He's proven that. And we're going to see more of that from Jorginho. I promise you, we will see more of that. Um, okay, yeah, so it was 4-3. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like just in comparison to our squads compared to Preston, Ipswich, and all these guys, we're in much better shape overall, 100%. Let me just see. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, let me just go through some more of your comments here. Ian Ward here. Yep, confidence breeds confidence, and we're about to get better. Yeah, as the saying goes, and it's all cliches and stuff, but iron sharpens iron, and the more you go on a run, more that you go on a roll, you can forget about the bumpy bits of the game where you're not breaking through, where you think the keeper's going to be prime GG Buffon again. You can break through those, and eventually it will come. And you can just see it's oozing through the team right now. You look at the team today, especially after I would say the third goal. Everyone just looks so much happier than we have in a couple of years. Everyone just looks like the weight is off their shoulders. They can play football with freedom, and that comes from that with freedom. That comes from your manager. That comes from Daniel Farker giving them the license to do that as well. Stephen here, I told people Rutter would be a great player when he arrived, just needed some time to adapt. Yeah, I mean, listen, Jorginho himself said that he was disappointed with the amount of game time he got when he first arrived. And I think we all thought that maybe he was just being brought into bed in and have 6 months in the country and then go this season. But apparently he thought he was going to be playing straight away. So it was quite a surprise to him. But he's definitely proven his worth now. Just keep it going there. Be consistent, keep it going over the season, and we'll be laughing. We'll absolutely be laughing. SJ44, let's make Fortress Elland Road a thing again. It's been a while. Yeah, it is right now. No one's beating us here at the moment. And I know a lot of people were worried in terms of when we weren't scoring, but I I, I just knew the goal would come eventually. I just knew it would come. So yeah, I think that we're gonna make Ellen Road our fortress. And as long as we're not losing like the whole City game, that could have easily been a loss. But we're picking up points, and that's what's catapulting us up the table. Karen here with a super chat. Thank you, Karen. Great win, KG. Marched on together. Yeah, wonderful win. Let me just check back and see if Farker has left any comments yet, and then we can get on out of here, and you can enjoy the rest of your weekend. Uh, uh, yeah, nothing yet. But listen, people, if there's anything of note, of course, we'll come back with another stream and discuss it there and discuss it in the next one, because I don't think we're going to get it done in this stream today. T85 saying Jorginho looks like he could be our man to break down low blocks with his strength and guile. T85 is not. It's not just about his strength that does help, but it's his guile, the way that he can manipulate the ball. There was a ball he played with the outside of his foot to Dan James. Hey, that's me, or that's just my kind of football, people. But that's how you unlock the doors against these kind of teams where they're just going to sit back all game long. So yeah, he's definitely got the tools to do that, and that's why I feel like he should be playing a little bit deeper. But while it's working, why bother arguing about it? Right? Why bother? Um, let's have a look. How are people bickering in the comments? We're just one people. What's going on? How are you bickering? Um, Johnny here say in regards to Rutter, yep, saying his feet are ridiculous in the right situation. Yeah, 100%. He's got that. He's got that in his locker, but we'll see more of it. Promise you. Uh, Nate here. Rutter is an athletic version of Bobby Firmino. Hmm. Uh, God, in that false line. Yeah, I don't know, man. Firmino, he just had a lot more poise. I think poise is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Look, Rutter's got time to develop, more than enough time to develop. So, but yeah, he does play in that false nine position, much like Firmino. Um, Nightcrawler here. Do you think Kamara will keep Gray out? I don't think so, Nightcrawler. I think that Kamara will be brought in to give Gray at respite at times. And as good as Kamara was today, I think it will be back to Archie Gray and Ampadu next week, barring any injuries or anything else like that. But it gives us options. We could even play three of them, mix it up a little bit. But yeah, no, I think Kamara comes out, and I think Archie comes back in against Southampton. But Kamara did nothing wrong today. Absolutely wonderful partnership with Ampadu today. Looked like they played together for 100 games. So yeah. Um, Let me just look for something here. Hold on a minute. Okay, here we go, people. I think we're gonna get some comments on this stream. I'll stick with you guys just a little bit longer. We've gone 40 minutes, but it's flown by for me. Absolutely flown by. Look at Scott. Scott, I'm not putting that up, man. We're not killing the vibe with that kind of talk today. Jack here saying, do you think asking sorry, I should say, do you think Farker will ever keep the team the same? I kind of like changing every week. He rarely makes changes, though. I think this is the most changes he's made, barring a cup game. He said himself he doesn't like rotating, but it was quite clear we needed to make some changes. But that's the positive thing for me about Daniel Farke. He's not afraid to ring the changes when necessary. So long may it continue. As long as he puts out the right plan for the right game, it's all good for me. Barring a couple players that I hope not to see play again, but it's working so far, and that's what you got to say. Um, T85. I can't ignore it because a few of you have mentioned it, but no way Bamford will be coming back into the starting 11 while Jorginho and Perot, sorry, are on fire. No chance for me. No chance at all. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I think he'll probably make the bench and then go from there. But he's not getting in the starting 11. The way that we move, the fluidity in the way that we move, it doesn't suit Bamford. He's not that kind of player. He hasn't been the hold up player for about a year. He hasn't been able to hold the ball up for about a year now, 6-8 months. No, we've moved on now. It just means that there's extra depth. Not saying quality in depth, but it's extra depth on the bench, and that's the way I see it anyway. Nomar Mayers is saying saw Byram stretching at the end there. Look, he's got to, man. He's going to probably be in a frozen chamber later to make sure his body's good for next week. He's got to manage himself. He's been oft injured for the past few years, so he has to manage himself a little bit more than say maybe Jorginho has to. But that if as long as he stays fit, I'm good. He's been a nice surprise for me anyway. Uh, Yeah, that might be a bit too long, addictive to profits. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Not gonna lie to you. That's a bit long for me. Let me just get Farker's comments up and then we can scoot on out of here, people. Um, okay, right. Let me just get the screen up. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh no. Okay, here we go, people. Is that big enough? There we are. There we are. Okay, so Farker's reaction. Here we are. Most pleasing aspect, clean sheet. That we're allowed to return to the dressing room with a clean sheet is the most pleasing topic. But obviously, a great performance. In the second half, we were able to convert our dominance. On him trapping the ball in the dugout, if they all had the quality of myself on the ball, it would be easy. For normal shoes, it was relatively okay. That just came from an incident in the game where he trapped the ball as it came out. Wonderful stuff from a gaffer. I'm Rutter. We can all be happy with him today. His ethic is outstanding. He's great in linking the play. It's always important that he doesn't enjoy himself too much. He has to focus on pragmatic football. I criticize him a little at halftime. Farker said from then on, he was really impressed with Rutter's performance. He deserves all the praise today, and he can definitely go on like this 100%. 100%. So even there, you've got the gaffer there saying about Rutter's first half performance. It was a little bit erratic. Should have probably done a bit better with the chances, not taking anything away from Backman. But then he settled him down for the second half. We've got a manager, people. We've got a manager again. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I don't think there's anything else. If there's anything else, let me just refresh the page. Yeah, Farker thinks this was Leeds' most complete performance so far. To dominate such a good side is totally pretty good side totally is pretty pleasing. Okay, and then lastly here, update on Nonto. He needs minor surgery, although on a bone rather than on an injured ligament. He'll be out until after the next international break. So, okay, so it's not as bad as I probably thought it was going to be. So it's on a bone rather than ligament, which is better, I would say. But he's going to be out until after the next international break. So, you know, let's hope that Nanto heals up by then and gives us another option in our attack. But it's definitely a painful one. I'm not trying to minimize the guy's pain by any stretch of the imagination. I just thought it was going to possibly be out until maybe January with the way that the injury was sounding. But this is good in this scenario. It's the best case scenario, I would say. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that note, people. This has been another great stream, much like the Millwall one. I even feel like this possibly could be even better because of the quality of the goals. I'd say for everyone that hasn't seen the goals, watch the highlights so you can see them and you can just see how well we did in breaking Watford down. Up to fifth in the table, people. 4 clean sheets in a row, unbeaten in 6 league games. What's not to like? People, please hit a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.